One of my biggest frustrations with public data sometimes is when it comes in a format that we really can't sort it or analyze it. So this is a really basic example using some NFL, well, these are old NFL rosters where it says here's the Arizona Cardinals and it'll list all the players on the Cardinals team. Here's the Falcons and then all the players and on and on. But if we tried to sort this, we would lose which team each player was on. We want to have a new column that has the team name listed next to each of the players. So instead of hand doing this, we can use an if statement as long as there is a pattern. So what you need to do is look through your data and see if there's a pattern. And here the pattern is that the B column is blank every time it's a header row, and it's not blank the rest of the times. We can check this by turning on the filters and looking for the blanks and making sure that there aren't any player names. And this is not all the teams, but I just did a few. There aren't any player names here. There's only team names with those blanks. So we can tell it to look where you are in relation to that blank. And this is where Excel's, when you copy down a formula, it automatically adjusts the formula. If you say, I want to look for B2, and then you copy it down, it's going to start looking for B3, B4, B5. We're going to take advantage of that. It's going to be a good thing for us here. And at first, this is going to seem a little bizarro, but stick with me. You'll see how it works. So we're going to start on the first row that has a player, and we're going to say if B2 equals quote quote, which means blank, then we're going to tell it to take whatever's in A2, which is where the team name is. If not, we're going to tell it to take what is in B1 or B2, not B2, sorry, C2. And you're going to say, well, there's nothing there. Yes, that's true. So here's where you got to stick with me. So we're saying if it's blank, take A2. If it's not, take C2. And so for the first one, Arizona Cardinals, perfect. Now let's see what happens when you copy it down. Arizona Cardinals, perfect. Let's see what this did. So this time it said, is B3 blank? Well, no, it's not. So then it jumps over to the false portion of our if statement and it takes whatever's in C3. Well, what's in C3? The team that we just did there. So basically what this formula is saying is as it copies down, it's going to look and see if we've hit a blank row. And let's see what happens when it gets to the Falcons. When it gets to the Falcons, we haven't hit a blank row yet because it's looking one above. And so it fills in the Cardinals, but that doesn't matter. But then when it got to the Falcons, it looked and said, oh, yep, we found a blank. So it's time to switch teams and go grab something out of the A column. Otherwise, when it doesn't find that blank, it just keeps grabbing what it did in the row above. And that's how this works. And if we copy this all the way down, you'll see that the double click copy down trick will not work. Because it hits that space. Uh-oh, something happened. Oh, Atlanta Falcons. Baltimore Ravens, there we go. It stops each time it hits those spaces. Once we have it all done for all the teams that we want, then you can do copy, that you've checked that it all works. You can do copy, paste special values, and now we can sort this based on, I would sort it on position, because that's where you get those blanks. And what's going to happen is your blanks, all those titles we don't want, are going to cluster down here at the bottom. So these are the rows we don't need anymore. We can delete those, and now we can go back. Yeah, it doesn't like that. We're going to sort this by team name first, and then by position. Or we'll go by player name. There. Done.